More studios checking in, and you know we in the studio manifesting our own reality as always. So I'm gonna put y'all into game to how I've been plant-based for the last 6 years with no sense of relapse. I don't have an ounce in my soul missing meat, missing flesh. And it was because I had a realization back in 2015, 2016 that I was sent here with a higher purpose, sent here to live my best life, and sent here to live the highest life I could live while eating the freshest fruits, the cleanest foods, to help empower my livelihood. When I had this realization, I realized that I couldn't do what I was always known to do. Eating fried foods, eating junk foods, eating late at night right before we went to bed. All of this was a big no-no, and I didn't realize how this had an impact on my manifestations and my goals. So after this realization, I stuck forth with action on where I want to be with what I want to eat in the next 5 years. This was 4 years ago, 6 years ago, I should say, 2016. And after this realization, I slowly started changing my daily habits and routines. I started evaluating why I ate the foods I ate, why I ate at the times I ate. And I read this book called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. And it's a great book. It studies the habits of individuals, businesses, and corporations. It studies the effective habits of successful corporations, and it studies the failed routines and habits of failed businesses and corporations. It also gave insight on certain individuals who had bad habits such as smoking cigarettes and drinking, and they followed these subjects for an extended period of time, and they found successful habits or successful routines that bred positive habits. So in that book, it talks about the cue, the routine, and then the reward. So the cue is what triggers you. So I'll go by an example. You had a long day at work at your office job, your 9 to 5. You had a stressful day. You had many people complaining to you. You had many coworkers complaining to you. The whole energy of the office is in a low vibration. So you go home and you feel stressed, right? You don't feel like putting any energy into your life mission. So this is a cue for you to escape by smoking a cigarette or by taking 3 glasses of wine. That's the cue. Actually, the cue is the feeling. The routine is the action. So the cue is the feeling, the routine is you doing the action, going to the liquor store to buy the alcohol, going to the bodega to buy the cigarettes. And the reward is the feeling we get from our routine. It could be getting drunk. It could be feeling relaxed from the cigarette. It could be whatever. So I realized that I took this information and applied it to my live it. I don't say diet, we say live it over here at More Studios. So I took this information and applied it to my live it. And I realized that what they told us to do, how we have a big breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and then we have a large lunch, and then we can have a large dinner. I took a step back and realized that we're being lied to. In the Western society, in America, we're one of the most obese countries. because of this lies that are being fed to the public. So I evaluated the times I ate and what I ate and why I was eating them. And I came to find out that I was just following a program given to me. I was following a program being spoon-fed to me. All right? I changed this program by downloading my own. I don't eat breakfast. I have a simple glass of water to break my fast. And then I eat with the sun. When I eat with the sun, that means I eat when the sun is at its hottest, which is between 12 and 4 p.m. I try not to eat after 7 p.m. Usually 6, but 7 p.m. is the latest. We have to start eating with nature. We have to start eating nature and eating with nature. And I realized this when I started looking into more research and started researching more holistic methods and more natural way of living. So I didn't just dive into this cold turkey. This came with research and edging off of eating animal products. And in my past videos, you guys may know that I started off as a vegetarian 3 years before I went vegan. And that was because I had an itch for pizza from once in a while. So it started in summer 2016 when I had this realization, but it didn't take me till like the fall of 2016 to start edging off of animal products. So the cut down, the roll down is this. I was never a big fan of fish when I was a flesh eater. So fish was easy to cut out. I never really ate red meat that much. I had beef from time to time, but the first animal product I gave up was beef. I started this in September. So I didn't eat any beef products for the whole month of September, but I was still eating chicken. I had bacon from the time to time, but I never ate pork that much. I had chicken, grilled, fried, baked, whatever. So October came. My birthday's in October. I gave up pork, but I was still eating chicken, which is kind of a cheat. I was cheating myself, I never really ate pork that much, but it counted as an animal product. So at this point in October, I was not eating beef, pork, or fish. I was only eating chicken. And during this time, I was eating more fruits. So I was altering my taste buds to get used of a more natural state of food. I was getting my taste buds used to foods from the ground and not from another live entity that wasn't supposed to be eating. So that came and I was doing it. It was easier than I thought. Gave up meat. And then November, I gave up chicken entirely. So by November, I gave up chicken, beef, red meat, pork, and I was like, holy shit, I'm a vegetarian. And that was the year I had my first vegetarian Thanksgiving and my first vegetarian Christmas. I remember that I couldn't believe, I was in disbelief that I didn't eat any animal products for an extended period of time, just to gear me into the new year of not being a flesh eater no longer. So it's not as hard as you think. Some people have the discipline to go in cold turkey, but I do advise for you to edge off of it, because I was raised to eat animal products. I didn't think anything of it. I was raised to eat fried foods. I wasn't raised to eat sun-kissed fruits that live high up in the sky next to the sun. I wasn't raised to eat foods that just fall naturally to the ground when it's ready. But it's just amazing what you could do when you put your mind to it. And if you're struggling to stay vegan or to go on a vegan diet, I'm telling you, you're struggling because you're doing it because of a trend. You're doing it to fit in. You're not doing it with a higher calling. Don't fall into the trap for it being sustainably green. Find your own reason for eating what you want to eat, because eating whatever you eat connects you with a higher force. You could be eating lower energy foods and it could bring you to a lower vibration. You notice people are living in such a hell state. Or you could eat heavenly foods that could put you on a higher vibration. Eating, whatever you eat connects you with the spirit. So, edging off, it's the small wins first. So what I say is to stop eating the meat that you barely eat first. So say if you're a fan of pork but you don't eat it often, stop eating that altogether. Get your last dish ever of pork, eat it, have a ritual, just say, may this be the last I ever consume an animal or a pig. Say that before you eat it. You may even get sick, which pushes you away from it. But say that and watch how the universe helps you and where you want to be. But you have to communicate clearly on where you want to go. You can't have a cloudy vision in your head on where you want to be, because the universe doesn't answer to cloudy communication. Speak clearly on what you want and move rightfully so. This is what's going to keep you on a vegan or plant-based diet. If you see the light at the end of the tunnel and you keep following the light, you'll stay. Don't worry about people who've been vegan for 20 plus years and they're on a raw diet, XYZ. I'm not on a raw diet yet, but you guys will know when I'm on a raw diet. I'm gonna document that as well. But start edging off. I took pork away first. Well, fish. I never really ate fish. Took fish away, then pork, then beef, then chicken. Chicken was my last because I didn't know how to replace it. And as you replace these meats, you find out what to replace them with. I'll do another video on that. So, y'all get serious, man. Keep your head up, keep your chest out, and just conquer this world like how you were meant to be, because we were all kings. We were meant to be free and we were meant to be wealthy. It starts with your gut, and your gut controls your mind. I'll leave you guys on that note. Click the link in the bio, The Caged Bird Still Flies Now. Get some more information about food in that book. Link is in the bio. And until next time, you guys be well.